we are going to be talking about how a post that I posted on Stack Overflow went pretty viral. It's actually pretty exciting, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it because it was when I really did not know how to code very well, and I was really trying to understand this error, and it just nothing made sense. And have you ever felt like that where you don't feel like you know nearly as much as you need to, and you're sort of tasked with figuring out very complicated things that you might feel like you're very unqualified to speak on or to work on? Been there. So I was having this crazy issue, and I ended up posting, something, and I ended up figuring it out, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But it really opened my eyes to how anyone can be a teacher. Anybody can be an educator, especially in tech, in any industry. If you are thinking about solutions to problems, you can become the teacher. You don't necessarily need to wait for somebody to be the teacher for you. You can be your own teacher. And I think that was a really interesting lesson, because when you think about technology, it's very transactional. It's like, I have this problem, there's maybe a few solutions, but I need to think of one of them. And if you can't think of any of the solutions, well, you're pretty much out of luck. So how do you solve unsolvable problems? That's been something that I've thought a lot about, and I want to talk about on this video because it was pretty exciting. So I'm going to drop a link to or I'll show a screenshot of my of the forum post, because it was really interesting, this error that I got. So going back a couple of years, I was using React.js, so create React app, and this was a framework for building applications that use components in a really modular, scalable way. I was coming from an Angular world, so React was really cool, and I was like, oh, I want to start building with React. Not really liking the Angular stuff, and not really liking Vue. I really like React. React makes sense to me. It's logical. It has Lego block components that you put together. They generate pages, and then those pages get compiled in the DOM, and this is all abstracted with React. It's like, oh, this is perfect. So I was coding, and I came across this error, but it wasn't an error. It was just a very weird situation where there would be this iframe that would go over the whole screen. And when you try to click on buttons, you wouldn't be able to see anything. And you wouldn't be able to click on anything, and it just wouldn't work. So this was before ChatGPT. I had no idea how to fix this. And I was also thinking about, is this normal? So then sometimes I would I would stop the dev server, I would load it back up again, and then maybe it would still be there. Sometimes it wouldn't be. It was very sporadic, and I didn't know what the issue was. And sometimes even if I shut down my computer and then turn it back on, then the error would go away. Sometimes it would still be there. It was very weird. But it was just this giant iframe that would just fit over the whole page, and I wouldn't be able to click on anything. And I didn't know really what to do. So I posted this on Stack Overflow, and I said, is anybody seeing the same issue that I'm seeing? I mean, it's not an error, but it's like this weird iframe that just fits over the whole page. And then sort of within the first week, a bunch of people started plus oneing it and liking it. And they were like, oh, yeah, I'm seeing this too. I have no idea what the issue is. So then some more people, jump in, a week later. So I ended up figuring this out, I think, 2 or 3 weeks after I had posted this. And the issue was really weird. So I came up with these 3 different solutions, and I noticed when you want to write really good forum posts, specifically on threads or forums like Stack Overflow, being able to give the problem but then solve your own problem with a solution, and then giving 3 specific ways to solve that problem, I think that creates a really great answer, because then you're meeting different people where they're at, and sometimes one solution might not work. So being able to give at least 3 solutions, potential solutions, can also help give other people more tools in their toolkit so they can resolve the issue in case one of your other solutions doesn't work. So I gave 3 solutions, and one of them that I really adopted was in the global styles. You would basically just say, when there's HTML, make an input, and then just say display none. And you could literally just say for all iframes, display none, or in the body, you just make iframe say display none, and then you could hide it. So I shared that, and that started getting a lot of plus ones and upvotes, because that was helping people really solve a major issue. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. I solved a major problem that I had. Turns out a lot of other people are having this problem, and I helped them somehow. And that was really empowering to me, because it was like at a point where I was teaching myself how to code. I was thinking, how in the world could I share anything insightful with other people? And it turns out that you can. So that's where I feel like being able to teach before you're ready is really important, because you never know what insight you might have. It may be really empowering and helpful to somebody else. So it was just absolutely wild to see so many people, going on Stack Overflow and like upvoting this. And I still get, some upvotes here and there. I think it's a little less now, because less people are building with React. A lot of people are now building with Next. And I think probably the Facebook team that works on React, I think they updated the React scripts to account for that iframe issue. So who even knows if this Stack Overflow thread got factored into maybe some of the reasons why they fixed it. So that'd be really cool if that was a part of it. But being able to just share knowledge that allows people to, you help other people. I've also benefited so much from threads on Stack Overflow that it was really nice to be able to contribute something that also helped other people. And that's also why I love building in public, because then as you share what you're learning, you can also help a lot of other people that might be having similar issues, might be in similar situations as you. And then now you can help them, uncover themselves from, challenges or a mess that they might be in development sense. So I hope that's helpful and inspiring for you all to go to those threads, to go to those forums, to show up, to ask the silly question, because you might end up answering your own silly question, and that silly question might actually be a really challenging question for a lot of other people that don't know how to do that. So just think about that the next time that you have a question. Maybe you could post it on a forum and then also answer that question once you get the answer, and that might help a lot of people. So with that, I hope this video was really helpful and insightful to see, what it takes to actually go through like a viral Stack Overflow thread. I mean, pretty crazy, right? Who even thought that it would get, like those thousands and thousands and thousands of views? Wild to me. So, again, with that, I hope that this video was, interesting and insightful for you all, and wherever you are tuning in from in the world, I hope you have a great rest of your day, afternoon, or evening, and I'll see you all next time. All right, thanks everybody.